G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be giving you my NRL Power Rankings after round 25. So we are obviously left with 8 teams remaining. That's the Penrith Panthers, Cronulla Sharks, North Queensland Cowboys, Parramatta Eels, Melbourne Storm, Sydney Roosters, South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Canberra Raiders. So, as you can see, I've got all 8 teams remaining down here. All these teams are out of the final, so they will not be ranked. But let's jump straight in and rank the top 8 teams. So, starting off at 8th, I personally believe just because they literally slithered their way in, they were pretty lucky to make it. The Broncos, if they don't have the last 4 or 5 weeks from hell, Raiders don't make it. But to their credit, they've been playing some good footy. But I just don't think it's enough to match the 7 teams above them. All right, in 7th, I've nearly put the Roosters because of Joey Manu's injury, and we're still unsure if Sam Verrills, Daniel Tupou, JWH, Victor Radley will all play. If they don't, then I honestly think the Roosters are 8th. But, if they've got a relatively full-strength squad and it's only Joey Manu out, I do think the Roosters are still capable of beating any team in the top 8 comfortably. Rabbitohs get my 7th spot. Big reason why is they struggle against the Roosters, and I completely understand. We were without Campbell Graham, Damien Cook, Cameron Murray, so that really affected us. And I just think that I'd love to put the Rabbitohs higher. I do think that they can beat any of the top 6 teams, but as it stands right now, I can't rank them any higher than 7th. In number 6, I've actually got the Melbourne Storm. Storm were quite disappointing in the first half against Parramatta. They made a little bit of a run late in the second half, but there was nothing doing for them. It was a disappointing game. Week out of finals, to dish that up, I don't think they're sitting right at the moment, and I wouldn't be surprised if Canberra did upset them this week. Although I have tipped Melbourne, it wouldn't surprise me. All right, next up, number 5, I've actually got the North Queensland Cowboys. Another team, I think can beat anyone in the top 8 on their day. But, for me, they weren't that convincing against the Panthers. The Panthers side had 13 first-grade players out, and I personally thought they'd win 50 plus. They won 38-8, so it was a good win. I think it was 38-8. But, I wasn't convinced by that. I think if they play a full-strength Panthers side, they possibly lose 13 plus. Again, just my opinion. But, I've got the Cowboys at 5th. At 4th, I've got the Sydney Roosters. I still think, if Joey Manu was playing and we were certain about all the other players, I'd probably have them top 2. But for now, I've got them at 4th. I think that, they're probably they're the team in the most red-hot form. I think they've won like 7 in a row or something. So, and they're beating quality teams as well. So it's not just, like bottom of the table teams. They're beating some really good sides. So, yeah, I can't see. I personally couldn't rank them any higher than 4th. To be honest, I think a lot of people would disagree that I've rated them that high. It sickens me to do so as a Rabbitohs fan. But, for me, Roosters 4th. I still think they've got what it takes to take it all out. I've backed my bunnies this weekend, but I guess it all depends on who Storm have available. All right, next up, I've got Parramatta, and Parramatta could definitely change if they beat the Panthers this week. I definitely think they're primed for a grand final this year, but we need to see the proof from it. So I've got them sitting at number 3 at the moment, but that definitely could change if they beat the Panthers. Sharkies are my number 2. I think Cronulla, this is best I've ever seen them. Oh, not ever, that's a big statement. This is the best I've seen them in years. And I do think that they will feature in the grand final this year. I have put my predictions out, I believe. It may not get released till Friday. I don't know when any of this is going up. I'm doing these early, so I'm bulk recording everything, so I've got content for the week because it's finals footy week, so there's a lot of content coming for you guys. So yeah, Sharkies are second, Panthers are first, but yeah, this could look very different next week. I just think that, I personally think this is a fair, unbiased power ranking. Personally, I'd love to put the Rabbitohs up in the top 4, but they were disappointing in the first half against the Roosters. They bounced back in the second half, without Cameron Murray and Damien Cook and Campbell Graham. Don't get me wrong. They played quite well. But, yeah, look, as much as I'd love to rank them higher, I just can't at the moment until we see a little bit more from them. So, yeah, look, that's my power rankings for after round 25 and prior to finals week 1. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'd love to hear from you guys. But that is going to wrap it up from me. I'm going to put all these teams back down in here so we don't mess it up for next week. And, yeah, thank you all so much once again. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.